Hello everyone, welcome back to the swing trading analysis session of the Powerhouse Ideas. In this session, we analyze some of the swing trading ideas for you on weekly basis so that you can learn the strategy by which we identify swing trades on weekly basis and earn profit. You should note that this is not any kind of trading advice to any one of you. This is just our strategy which we are sharing with you so that you can also learn with us. I know most of the people don't book stop losses when stop losses are hit, but we need to understand the difference between investing and trading. If we are trading, we are doing swing trading, then we need to be stick to strict stop losses, because if we don't stick to stop losses, it can eat our entire capital. So when you are doing trading, your stop loss is very important and the target is also very important. But in investing, you study a company fundamentally, you understand its business, its sector, and you invest in that company after that. In an investing, stop loss is not kept as you have studied the company fundamentally and it will be requiring some time. It may go up and down in investment, but in trading, if your stop loss is hit, you need to adhere to it and you to book it. But I know still most of you won't be booking stop losses. For what I have done to save your money, and which is my ultimate objective to help people save their money, what I have done is that I have picked those stocks which are fundamentally very strong, so that even if you don't book the losses, you can keep these stocks for a long term and hold them for a good return. But before doing that, you have to read the stocks fundamentally. If you don't know how to read the stocks fundamentally, you can go to the playlist of this channel wherein you can find the entire checklist of how to study a stock fundamentally. Then you won't be requiring anyone, not me or any other fundamental analysis, to understand any company. You can do it on your own, by your own, if you go through that video in an entire manner. So now let us start with the swing trading ideas. Today, I'll be sharing with you 17 swing trading ideas which I have identified for the coming days, coming weeks. Let us start one by one. The first stock for today is M&M, Mahindra and Mahindra. Mahindra and Mahindra is a fundamentally strong company which can be held for a long term. As you can see on a daily chart, on a long term time frame, it has been in an uptrend. After creating an uptrend due to the second corona wave, it has been in a short term downtrend but created a strong base over here, which I have highlighted with this yellow area. You can see that 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, this area has been respected and not been broken on the downwards. So we understand that this area holds a great importance and is not getting broken on the downside. After being respected in the last 2 times, it has created a double bottom over here and has given a breakout. On this breakout, there is huge volume on the downside. After giving a breakout, the stock has come back for a retest and started moving upwards. So a swing trade can be taken. If you think that this swing trade is applicable, you can take this swing trade by keeping a risk to reward of 1:2. Now what is important is where should you keep a stop loss. Stop loss can be kept below this yellow area, because this area, as I've explained, is holding much importance and stock is not able to break below this area. So there are chances that the stop loss will not be triggered and you can take this trade keeping this risk to reward of 1:2. This was the stock number 1. Now moving to the stock number 2, that is Radico Khitan. This is also a fundamentally strong company. The reason for selecting this stock is inverse head and shoulder pattern and a fresh volume coming and a huge volume coming, which is more than the 10 days moving average. A big volume spike we can see on the second last day. After an uptrend, being a fundamentally strong company, it has created an inverse head and shoulder pattern and has given a breakout on daily chart with huge volume. After giving this breakout, the stock is retracing a bit, which always happen that after such big candles, we always see a retracement. What we need to do is wait for the price to get stabilized and take an entry over here. We have two alternatives in all these stocks I am going to share today. Either we can take a trading, then we have to stick with a strict stop loss and a strict target. We can also invest in these stocks, because all the stock except one which I'll be going to tell you in some time, are all the stocks are fundamentally strong and can be kept for long term. If we are going for trading, we can take an entry over here in this area, keeping the stop loss over here. Now why keeping the stop loss over here is because price has tried many times to break this area but has not been able to do it. So this area will be working as a safest stop loss over here, and we can take a trade of 1:2 easily over here, due to which is also supported by huge volume. The next stock for today is TCS. We all of us know that TCS is a fundamentally good company and a fundamentally good IT company. After an uptrend, it has created this triangle pattern, and this lower line, green line, trend line of this triangle pattern has been working as a demand zone. After working as a demand zone, this area has been shrinking, and there is every possibility that this breakout will happen very soon. So after this breakout, we should not immediately take this swing trading idea, because as we can see highlighted by this red line that there is a kind of a head and shoulder pattern. So when this dotted area will be broken, it will invalidate this head and shoulder pattern, then only this trade can be taken. So this also being a fundamentally strong company, you have both the options. You can take a swing trade with a fixed risk to reward ratio, or you can take as an investment advice, but only after studying the fundamentals of the company on your own. The next stock for today is, which is also a fundamentally strong company, is Wipro. After giving this breakout, it has again consolidated in a symmetrical triangle pattern, the lower line acting as a demand zone again, which has been respected 3 times. The shrinking of these areas signifies that the breakout is about to happen. After the breakout, a swing trade can be taken, keeping the stop loss below this area and a target of 1:2. Another alternative is investing, but before that you need to study, and for studying how to do investment analysis, fundamental analysis, you need to watch another video in my playlist available. There are 18 points which I have already told, in which you can do fundamental analysis of a company. The next stock for today is Jubilant Food. This also being a fundamentally strong company, but the reason for taking this as a swing trade is, as you can see by this orange highlighted area, this stock has been a range bound since December 20. Once it gave a breakout but came back, forming a resistance over here also. Now again the stock has given a breakout, but immediately after giving a breakout with some good volume, which is more than the 10-day moving average, which should not take this stock. In technical analysis, it is said that area which has been working as a resistance before will work as a support after breakout. So first we need to wait that this area should work as a support, and after moving upwards we can see a double top pattern over here. So taking a trade from this area to this area is not of much importance. So we need to wait for decisive breakout of this area and a retest for taking a trade. This stock also being a fundamentally strong stock, you can hold it in your portfolio or you can also trade, but after analyzing both these scenarios. The next stock for today is, which is very interesting. I have not studied the fundamentals of this company, so cannot comment on the fundamentals, but let me take you to a 4-week chart. On a 1-week chart. On a 1-week chart basis, you can see that there was a long-term downtrend on a weekly chart which has been broken recently. So this can be a turnaround of this stock. But in this case, you need to keep a strict stop loss, because in all the previous cases which I've already discussed or will discuss in the coming video, all the cases have been in an uptrend, but this is the only stock which is in a downtrend, which I purposely picked. But in this case, you need to keep a strict stop loss, and if you can't keep a strict stop loss, you should not trade in this stock. This can be a turnaround story, but as the stock we have given a weekly breakout, and after giving a weekly breakout is again into a short-term downtrend, which has again been broken by forming this double bottom. Let me highlight that for you. This is a double bottom which is have been formed and which has also been broken. So keeping a stop loss below this double bottom is the safest area and the shortest stop loss you can keep. You can trail the target in this stock because it may turn around and start a fresh uptrend, and you can trail the target till the time higher highs and higher lows does not end. The next stock for today is ADF Food. This is also a fundamentally strong company. The reason is in front of you why I have selected this stock. One is the fresh volume is coming, which is more than the 10 days moving average. As we can see that this stock was in a channel pattern, and the lower part was working as a demand zone and the upper part was working as a supply zone. Recently, we can see this big wick with more than average volume, which has been rejected and sent below. After that, again, a candle has attempted a breakout, and breakout has happened with a good volume. So we can enter into this trade by keeping a stop loss below this trend line somewhere over here and a target of 1:2. Or we can also take it as an investment, because this is also a fundamentally strong company and can be kept for a long term. The next stock for today is Polymed. Polymed is also a fundamentally very strong company, and as we are sitting in a scenario of corona has entire country, we know that pharma sector is already running. The reason for selecting this stock for a swing trade is that this rounding bottom supported by this huge volume and a breakout. We can see after an uptrend, a rounding bottom was formed. This big green candles have been formed, which we call as Marubozu in technical analysis. It has given a breakout with increased volume. So entry can be taken right over here, keeping a stop loss below this rounding bottom because this area has not been broken in the past. So it is a high chances that it won't be broken again. Entry can be taken over here, stop loss can be kept over here, and a fixed risk to reward ratio can be kept, maybe 1:2. You can also keep this stock as a fundamentally strong stock as an investment purpose, but after doing all your analysis. The next stock for today is Bharti Airtel. This is a very favorite stock of every trader. The reason for taking this stock is that it has created a base over here which is highlighted by the yellow portion. Many times it has tried to break this level in the past but has not been able to do it. The reason for taking this stock as a trade is that this is also a fundamentally good stock. You can keep it for long term. But why we have selected it as a trade? Because of this strong demand zone, the stock not able to break this area. We can keep the trade right over here, take the trade right over here, keeping a target of 1:2 and stop loss below this area because this area holds an importance. The next stock for today is HCL Tech. The reason for taking HCL Tech is similar to one of the stock I discussed right now. It has been forming a channel pattern and the lower part of this pattern is working as a demand zone. The stock has tried 4 times to break this area and recently it has created a double bottom pattern which is highlighted by these yellow boxes and has also given a breakout of this neckline. Let me highlight that for you. And also given a breakout this neckline. After giving a breakout, it is sustaining upside. So we can take this trade after this indecision area has been opened above this red trend line, keeping the stop loss below this channel because stock has not been able to break this channel on the downside. So this will be the safest stop loss on the downside, this dotted black line. The other stock for today is Motherson Sumi. This is one of my favorite stock and also a very good fundamentally strong company. The reason for selecting this stock is fresh volume. Fresh volume is coming. A rounding bottom after an uptrend. This is a very strong pattern in technical analysis and a breakout with strong volume, more than average 10 days volume. The breakout has already happened. You can take this trade at this place only, keeping a stop loss below this area which was working as a resistance earlier. Now it should work as a support as per technical analysis and keeping a fixed risk to reward of 1:2. This can also be an investment because this is a fundamentally strong company, but only after doing your own analysis. The next stock for today is Cipla. Cipla, the reason for taking this stock is it is also a fundamentally strong company. After giving an uptrend, it has formed a descending triangle pattern and recently given a breakout. The breakout has happened with some good volume, which is more than its 10-day moving average. And recently also we have seen that the breakout, there was huge volume on this stock. So this breakout can sustain and we can take a target of 1:2, keeping the stop loss below this pattern because if this stock moves below this pattern, then this symmetrical triangle is already over. So keeping the stop loss below this area is the safest and keeping a target of 1:2. It can also be kept as an investment because all of us know that it is a good fundamental company and can be kept for long term. The other stock for today is Zentech. The reason for including this stock in this swing trading analysis is it can be an early bird entry for those who are also interested in investment. It is a fundamentally strong company which provides simulators to defense sector. So I have personally read this company. It's fundamentally strong. If you want to enter into a trade, enter into an investment on early bird basis, you can take the trade right here and can wait for long term, means 2 to 3 years minimum for good return. However, if you want to take a trade, then you can take a trade over here also, keeping stop loss below this highlighted area because this highlighted area has been holding much importance in the past. So this time also it is seems that this area will be holding importance. So it can be a trading advice also or an investment advice, but it's more of an investment advice in this kind of stock. The next stock for today is Happiest Mind. Happiest Mind, as we all know, has been recently listed on stock exchange. The reason for taking this stock as a swing trading is that this is also a fundamentally strong company which after being listed after a small consolidation has been in a regular uptrend. After starting this swing, it has retraced 50% and as for Fibonacci, 50% is a good retracement and after doing this 50% retracement, stock has started consolidating. it means the retracement might have been over and the uptrend might start again. So a trade can also be taken in this stock, keeping the stop loss below this area, because this is a healthy retracement and a consolidation has been done. So this will be a safest stop loss over here. Target of 1:2. Or you can also take an investment, as this is also a fundamentally strong company. But again, that disclaimer, read the video which I've already provided you with all the technical, all the fundamental checklist which you need to see. Analyze this company on your own, then only take this trade. The next stock for today is Kolpal. The reason for taking this stock as a swing trading idea is the level at which this stock is standing is a very strong and very important level. This is a weekly and the all-time high resistance of the stock, and the volume below suggests that this time this resistance can be broken. It has tried many times in the past to break this resistance but was not able to do it. But this time it is possible that this resistance will be broken. The way to take this trade will be a breakout on the upside, a retest with a good bullish candle, green candle, and then the trade can be taken, keeping the stop loss below this area and a target of 1:2. This is also a fundamentally strong company, so you have two alternatives, investing or trading as you like. The another stock for today is Berger Paints. Berger Paints is also a strong fundamental company. After a good uptrend, a good long-term uptrend, it has been consolidating a bit and also forming a kind of an inverse head and shoulder pattern. Or we can say that there is a demand zone over here which is highlighted by this yellow area, which is not able to be broken on the downside. It has tried twice over here to break this area and finally succeeded and given a breakout. So a breakout has already happened, but what we can see that there is another resistance over here which has a kind of a double top. So a breakout of this area is needed on the upside with a retest for taking a trade, or being a fundamentally strong company, it can be also be taken as a investment. The another reason for taking the trade is the huge volume which is coming on downside, which suggests that this stock has a long story to go and can go a long distance in long run. So this is a trading as well as an investment strategy which I'm sharing with you. The choice is yours, which you want to adopt. The next and the last stock for today is Everest Industries. Everest Industries is a fundamentally very good company. This is one of the reasons for taking the swing trade. The second reason is this huge volume. This huge volume signifies that there are some big people which are entering into this trade. We just need to follow them. They are not fools who are purchasing in this huge volumes. So we also need to follow them. The breakout has already happened with this good volume, and the stock has also sufficiently retraced. After retracing, it has also given a secondary breakout. So entry can be taken over here. This stock, being a fundamentally strong company, can be also kept as an investment advice, or you can also trade, keeping the stop loss below this area and a target of 1:2. So these were all the stocks which I wanted to share with you on weekly basis for the swing trading ideas or investment advice. I would also repeat again that fundamental analysis and investing is better than swing trading and technical analysis, but the choice is yours. If you want to get continuous profits on daily or weekly basis, then you can go for swing trading, but never go for intraday trading or option trading. Number one. Second, these all the stocks are fundamentally strong stocks. You can keep them as an investing. And third, very important thing is, before taking any trade in any of these stocks, make your own analysis, because your money is very important. You should not trust me or anyone in this market or the YouTube for taking risk on your money. Make your own analysis, understand the setup, and if it seems convincing to you, then only take the trade. So this is not any kind of advice to any one of you. These are just our strategies which we are sharing with you so that you can also learn and be profitable, and we can achieve our aim of making you profitable. So I'll be coming up with more such videos in the next weekend with new ideas. Till that time, you are requested to take good care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.